All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about a ghost in orbit. And in the process, we're going to unmask a secret space race that's happening literally right above our heads.
So, for over a decade now, something's been up there, silently circling the Earth. And it's not a satellite, not like the ones we're used to. It's a robotic military drone, a space plane, that can stay up there for years. And then, poof, it vanishes, only to show up again, landing on some secret runway in the middle of a night. We know it's carrying secret stuff, that its real mission is a complete mystery, and then it's kicked off a whole new kind of arms race. So you gotta ask, what is this thing actually doing up there?
So here's how we're gonna break it down. We'll start with America's ghost spaceplane, then dig into its mystery missions. We'll look at why it's so secret, the new space race it's created, check out the competition, and wrap up with what this all means for the future.
All right, first stop, America's ghost spaceplane. Let's introduce the X-37B.
Okay, so the official name is the X-37B Orbital Test Vehicle, or OTV. And the official story? Oh, it's just a reusable, unmanned spaceplane for, on-orbit experiments. Basically, a robotic science lab in space, run by the U.S. Space Force. But yeah, that official story? It doesn't even begin to tell the whole tale.
If you're trying to picture it, just think of a mini space shuttle. It's tiny, only about 29 feet long. But don't let the size fool you. This thing is way, way more mysterious. See, with the shuttle, we knew what was going on. With this, it's almost all top secret.
And the way this thing operates is pretty wild. It's a total hybrid. It shoots up vertically on a rocket, just like any satellite, then it hangs out in orbit doing its thing, sometimes for more than 2 years straight. And when it's done, it just comes back down and lands on a runway like a regular airplane. That ability to be reused, that's its real superpower.
Okay, so we get how it works, but the big question remains, what is it doing all that time? Let's take a look at how its mission has changed.
Back in 2010, when it first flew, the job was pretty simple. Just prove you can get up there and land yourself. Easy enough. But things got a lot more complicated. It went from testing wild ideas, like beaming solar power down from space, to its latest missions, which are, they're pretty military. We're talking about testing communications and navigation for a war where GPS is completely wiped out.
And I want you to get this. This is not some small side project. Just look at this number. Over 4,200 days. That is the total time the X-37B fleet has spent in orbit across all its missions. That's, more than 11.5 years of combined time and space just testing, learning, and perfecting whatever it is it does.
And that right there brings us to a huge turning point. After all those years, all those days in orbit, one thing is crystal clear. This is not just a science project.
Think about it. The cutting-edge tech, the secret cargo, all that time up there. It just makes you wonder, right? What is the real reason for all this secrecy?
And that question leads us to the real heart of the matter, the power of secrecy. Because it's not just about keeping secrets, it's about turning uncertainty itself into a weapon.
Yeah, check out this quote. It really nails it. It says adversaries aren't afraid of the X-37B for what it is, they're afraid of what it might be. It's the what if that's so powerful. That doubt, that uncertainty, that's what keeps other countries up at night.
And there's actually a military term for this. It's called strategic ambiguity. It just means you're being vague on purpose. You never show all your cards. And because of that, your opponent has to assume the absolute worst. It keeps them guessing, it keeps them nervous, and that's a powerful way to prevent a fight before it even starts.
So the secrecy is doing two jobs at once. On one hand, yeah, it's hiding your cool new tech so nobody can steal it. But on the other hand, it's projecting this incredible power by letting everyone's imagination run wild about what you could do. And every now and then you test something a little scary, like suddenly changing orbit, just to remind them of the possibilities. Okay, so before we get into how this whole game is playing out globally, I have a quick question for you. Are you maybe prepping for competitive exams? Well, here's a great chance to test what you know. We've put together a quiz on this topic so you can see where you stand. It's a fantastic way to revise and just get more confident. The link is right down in the comment section in the description. Seriously, don't miss it. Give it a shot.
But here's where the story takes a big turn. The US isn't the only one playing this game. There's another huge power up there in orbit playing this high-stakes game, and they are following the exact same playbook.
And that brings us to the new global space race. It's time to meet the competition. China's Shenlong, which translates to Divine Dragon.
So, Shenlong is basically China's version of the X-37B. Reusable, robotic, long missions. And its official purpose? You guessed it. Peaceful use of space. But here's the kicker. If you can believe it, it's even more secretive than the American one.
And here's what's got a lot of people worried. During its last few missions, trackers on the ground, both military and amateur, saw it release multiple unknown objects into orbit. Now think about that. A secret, highly maneuverable spaceplane dropping off other secret things in space, that looks an awful lot like it could be a weapon.
So you've got this rivalry, right? But what's really interesting is that there's a third player in the game, and they're doing things completely differently. So this is really a tale of 3 space planes and 2 very different kinds of races.
And here's the big difference. You've got the US and China on one side. In this secret military race, they're using mystery as a weapon. And then you have India on the other side, whose program is totally open, totally civilian, and it's all about making money.
See, India has been totally upfront about its goal. They want to make getting to space cheaper, a lot cheaper. Right now, it costs about $20,000 to launch a single kilogram. Their goal is to get that down to $4,000. That's an 80% discount. For them, it's a race to make space affordable, not a race to be mysterious.
So let's just sum it up. You've got the X-37B and the Shenlong, which are all about military power and secrecy. And then you've got India's RLVTD, which is all about creating a cheap highway to space for everyone. 3 countries, 3 space planes. But really, 2 completely different ideas about what space is for.
And these 2 clashing ideas bring us to our final thoughts. And to the new reality of the space race.
And here's the most important thing to understand. The old space race, flags on the moon, that whole adventure, that's over. The new space race isn't about exploring faraway planets. It's about controlling the space right here, around our own.
And the rules for this new game are totally different. You've got to be agile, able to move and launch whenever you want. You need reusability, so you can do it often without breaking the bank. And most importantly, you need to be resilient. You have to be able to keep working even when someone is actively trying to take you offline.
All of this points to one unavoidable conclusion. For all of human history, war has been fought on land, at sea, and in the air. We now have to add a 4th domain to that list. Space is no longer this peaceful final frontier. It is now officially a battlefield.
And that leaves us with one last big question. As these countries keep sending their best and most secret weapons into orbit, are we just watching the opening moves of the next world war? And is it possible that this war won't start on the ground, but in the silence, right above our heads?